no, it's like tonight was good. Well, talking about BOLA tonight, like that was again, it was a real nice moment for us. We were saying earlier. First of all, to see like Zach, who
I could have nearly cried just because
it's
been awesome. Mainly because I had no sleep and I'm tired as hell.
Yeah, let's face it, we all are
jet lagged. Yeah, and I'm like, yeah.
But you gotta say, it sums up like so many years of effort and stuff like that. Like especially with guys like Zach, you know, Zach winning it tonight. We all know how he's again around the same time where I began like a slight bit of training from him. I remember hearing stories about how he was like training under Andre like three times a week. It was like full days of training, and I remember hearing about like how intense it was, and he was just studying constantly, and it was just like he's lived like that style of wrestling for so long now, and it's actually paying off. Like, how awesome is that? You know what I mean? The idea of that, because like right now it's easy to look back at like 5 years ago. I'm not sure if you guys get this, but sometimes I look back at 5 years ago and it's easy to think, well, of course I was going to be like reasonably successful in wrestling, but it wasn't the case at the time. It's so easy now to look back and be like, oh yeah, I've achieved this. I'm at the time like watching PWG trailers and being like, oh, how fucking cool would it be to wrestle there? Or like, you know, even I'm sure it was the same with Zach, being like, oh, it'd be great to work for Noah, and he's actually like there now. You know, that's so sweet.
And he's
like,
one of the golden boys as well.
Yeah, like it's cool to see these things. Like it sounds corny, but like these kind of dreams come true for all of us. I'm not saying this is like the end goal at all, but like it's just to see things happening, the progress.
If you're pro wrestling, like achieve a dream or have a series of goals to attain.
Yeah, well,
like I'm with it. You know,
I think that's the one thing that we all said, and like you said it best. It was like, when do you ever thought, like when we've done this, it was like you would see at the end of the Battle of Los Angeles 2015, there were 6 Europeans in the ring sharing a moment.
You know, like I know we're constantly blowing smoke up like Harunas's in terms of like the British scene. Everybody go watch Brits. But, like, it's because like I feel like
be on the preview.
Yeah, they're like everybody love British wrestling. Like, don't get me wrong, but like I feel like it's because there is so much hunger in within the scene, you know, amongst the boys.
I think it's almost like you said, like. It's almost because like I said earlier, like it's been a long time like coming in terms of like Brits and Europeans getting like more and more chances in, you know, in America. It has happened, you know, a lot of points, you know, like you've had the TNA thing and the other guys have and everything else. And things have happened, but I feel like it's always obviously makes us like so much more hungry as well to remain. Like I've dedicated my entire life to wrestling for forever since I, you know what I mean, and I wouldn't change it for the world. I love it. You know what I mean? And just
it's been like the best weekend like ever. And I think all that hard work has gone into it.
But like it's one of those things. I think it was like Ferg actually said this. It's kind of like, you know, you sacrifice so much. Like I see my parents once, twice a year. Not because I'm away all the time, but it just doesn't really work out like that. But like when I wrestled, you know, I missed my graduation because I was in Tour Island, and I wrestled Christmas Day before, and all this kind of stuff, and made all this sacrifice, and most of the time your skin and everything else would beat up or whatever. You can't have a girlfriend, whatever it is. But it's like all that stuff sounds hard, but in the day, if you love it, it's easy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because again, like it's so hard to explain it. I'm sure like everybody in wrestling gets this, whether you're a fan or whether you're a wrestler or whether you're staff or whatever, or you're helping out. Like it's so hard to explain like wrestling and the feeling it gives you when like to somebody who doesn't like it, you know what I mean? So it's especially hard explaining, for example, like actually being a wrestler to somebody who doesn't get it. Like when I say to like my mum, for example, when I'm like, she's like, oh, so you know, is this gonna pay off and stuff like that? And I'm like, well, you know, I drove 15 hours to Germany and back for fuck all money like a year ago. I know it's not gonna pay off, but it kind of paid off in itself. Like that, it was the payoff. Being able to do that was the payoff. And I think if you enjoy wrestling to that extent where whatever you put in, like you get the payoff from just being able to wrestle, then that's, you're not going to need to necessarily
be, like, you know, I mean, he's from Wales, he's from Essex, I'm from Cambridge, you're from
Pennsylvania,
and we're in a room right now in LA. There's no reason for us to be together. This job's brought us together, you know.